It was definitely a change because, like, I did all of my schoolwork in one room in my house, but also I learned better, like, in a classroom face-to-face.
So today we're going to speak to student Madison Thompson. Madison is a homeschool student who started taking courses here at ACC and plans to move on to earn a degree in animal science. Madison, tell us a little bit about where you're from and how you got to ACC.
Well, I was born in Clear Lake, but I've lived in League City basically my whole life. I went to elementary school at Bay Area Christian, but then in junior high, I have a twin sister, so I'm going to say we a lot, but we moved to homeschool, and we just did like Christian curriculum just by ourselves, really. And then in freshman year, we took classes through Texas Tech online, and then we came to Alvin Community College 10th grade, and I'm now in 11th.
So how did you feel about starting college so young like that?
I was definitely a little bit concerned at first that the classes would be like extremely hard, or that like the professors wouldn't be nice, that kind of thing. But it was definitely a lot easier because I had my twin with me. I wasn't all by myself going into it. Otherwise, I was pretty much just excited to like be getting things done, you know what I mean? Just to like have the opportunity to not take full 4 years of college and get my associate's degree when I graduate. So I was pretty much, I guess, equal balance, excited, nervous.
Was there an adjustment going from kind of taking homeschool courses or learning more at home to being in a classroom with learning?
I definitely enjoyed it a lot because I do have good self-control, but I don't really like to have good self-control. So I definitely...
You're disciplined, but you have to work at it,
Exactly. And I'm not the write everything in a planner person, and I had to teach myself to do that. So it was definitely very helpful to learn in a classroom and even though the professors, it's not like a high school where they tell you every day, hey, this is what you need to be doing. It was still way more, structured. There's a syllabus, there's deadlines.
And they don't care if you miss one.
Exactly. You got to take care of it for yourself, which took a second for me to do, but we figured it out mostly.
What was something that kind of surprised you about the transition?
I guess this is silly, but that everyone is not that much older than me here. There are people that are actually my age and like just a few years older than me. Not everyone is like a full adult. And that there's also people that are way older than me. Because I guess I don't think about community college. There's not as many just college students. There's some very grown adults.
What did you enjoy about being on campus? Because to me, it must have been such a stark contrast to go from learning at home and then not, just kind of going from a thing where it was like your own pace to you have to have this done at a certain time and you have to learn this by a certain time before we can move on to the next thing.
It was definitely a change because I did all of my schoolwork in one room in my house, So it was I don't know, it was definitely hard, having to do things on time, but also I learned better, in a classroom face-to-face. If I listen and pay attention during the class, I can pretty much, get a general grasp on what's going on. So it was much nicer to be able to do that and not have to teach myself at home. So, that was definitely way better. And then also just, walking around campus was very intimidating. I know for the first, probably month, me and my sister just, ate on a bench outside for lunch instead of, sitting in the, lounge. So it definitely took a while to get used to, people aren't going to be rude to you. Yeah. They're just normal people. That kind of thing was definitely an adjustment. But
so what's next for you? I mean, you finished your associate degree, or are you still taking courses?
Still taking it. I'm on track to finish in December, but I think that I probably won't. I think that I will go ahead and wait until spring to graduate, both high school and associate's degree, because I want to take a few extra science classes, organic chemistry or something like that, because I want to do very science-based stuff in college. So I would like to get some of those classes through here so that I maybe don't have to take them at university with professors that are just in a class of 40 people and just don't care.
Where do you plan to go next, or do you have any idea what you're going to do next as far as where you're going and what degree you're going to pursue? So
I've had lots of plans. My whole life I've wanted to go to A&M. Both my grandparents went to A&M and my mom. So I've always wanted to go there, and I want to do animal science, but I really want to do equine science. So I want to go to A&M, but there's also universities in Kentucky that have undergraduate degree in equine science instead of just animal science.
There's quite a few horses that are from Kentucky.
There's a few, just a few. So just in the past month, I've been split because like my whole life it's been A&M, but now I'm thinking about other schools. But it's most likely still going to be A&M. But I would like to be on the A&M equestrian team too.
Okay.
So I have a horse trainer, and we go to competitions. I was actually just in Florida last week.
Okay.
So hopefully I can get on the team. But yeah, I go over there like probably 4 or 5 times a week for multiple hours. So in the dead of summer, it's not fun.
So have you been prepping to move off to university? Like, have you done what you kind of do? Like, have you been taking testing and all that?
Yeah, I've taken both the ACT and the SAT test. I like to think they both went pretty well. So on the SAT, I got a 1380, and on the ACT, I got a 30, which I was pretty happy with.
Now, you're about to take off summertime, so I know you have, is it a mission trip coming up?
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about that.
So, yeah, I leave for church camp in a little while, and we'll be there for a week, and it's in Oklahoma, so pray that we don't die of heat stroke. But then after that, I have 3 days at home, and then I'm going to Africa. We're going to Nairobi, Kenya, but we pretty much go into Kibera, and we're doing like summer camp for the kids, basically. So there's like sports and lessons and, you know, small groups, stuff like that. And we just get to go over and like hang out with them, you know. We have a mission organization that our church partners with called New Hope Initiative that gives women in Africa jobs making jewelry. I'm actually wearing the necklace right now that they made. And so it's a lot of their kids. There's also a school that New Hope Initiative has built. So it's just a lot of fun to go. I've never been over there myself, but my mom has gone like 9 times, I think. So I'm very excited because I know a lot of the people through her. So I'm excited to go meet everyone that I've been talking to for 9 years and never actually met.
You know, we have a lot of homeschool students here at the college. If you had a student who was homeschooled, who was thinking about coming here, what was something that you would tell them to kind of help them prepare for starting college?
I definitely think do it. It is worth it. It's very worth it to get the credits done. It's not like super extremely hard, you know, like in comparison to my friends that are in high school, like their AP classes, we're going over the same material basically. So, and I think the professors are a lot nicer than a lot of the teachers at high school. They're way more chill. They just let you do what you want. And I mean, if you don't do the right thing, that's a problem. But if you in
other words, it's in the way in which you achieve your work.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes. But no, I think it's definitely worth it. The people aren't scary, I promise. Very much enjoyed this.
All right. Well, thanks for coming to talk to us today. I appreciate it.
That was so easy.
Thank you for listening. To read about these stories and more, visit albincollege.edu/news.